Whether we like it or not, the PS5 Pro will be out come November 7th, and of course it will be compatible with PSVR2. Now if you're watching this video, chances are you only use your PS5 to play PSVR2 games, or at least most of the times, and in that case you're probably wondering how exactly will the PS5 Pro enhance your PSVR2 experience and whether or not you should consider buying it. Today we're gonna try our best to answer these questions, so let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. Let's talk first about the hardware of the PS5 Pro and what sets it apart from the base PS5. Like Mark Cerny said it's all about the big three: an upgraded GPU, advanced ray tracing, and of course PSR. I'm sorry, I mean PSSR, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, Sony's own AI upscaling solution. It's also worth mentioning that Mark Cerny had an interview with CNET recently, and he specifically said that the Pro will allow higher resolution games on PSVR2 thanks to the GPU boost and eventually a tuning of Sony's AI upscaling. That will work with all VR games. So right off the bat, we already know about the first major improvement that we can expect from the PS5 Pro, and that is higher resolution PSVR2 games, thanks to the upgraded GPU. So theoretically, all PSVR2 games should be able to run at a higher resolution on the Pro compared to the base PS5. But that's in theory, because in reality, developers have to actually go back to their games and do the work for that Pro patch in order for this to happen. So the question is, should we expect all our games to run at a higher resolution at launch? The answer is certainly not. Maybe some of them will, but surely not all of them. The good news, however, is that eventually, PS5 Pro owners will 100% get a resolution boost on all of their PSVR2 games when Sony finally drops that PSSR patch that Mark Cerny talked about when he said, quote unquote, the Pro will allow higher resolution games on PSVR2 thanks to eventually a tuning of Sony's AI upscaling that will work with all VR games. Now look, regardless of how you feel about the Pro and its high price, etc., and trust me when I tell you that I had a lot to say about that in a recent video, but in my opinion, this is huge. This ensures that even if certain developers don't want to support the Pro, don't worry, Pixar got your back. It will ensure that you'll get a resolution advantage over those who play on PS5 regardless. How big of an advantage though? Well, that depends on how good Pixar actually is. If it turns out that it's even remotely close to Nvidia's DLSS, then I think we have a winner here. You couple that with some tweaks from the developer, some usage of that extra GPU power, and just like that, the PS5 Pro just became a real game changer when it comes to sharpness and clarity. And since we're talking about sharpness and clarity, the second improvement that we should expect from the PS5 Pro is basically kiss and reprojection goodbye. One might say we're already there with the base PS5, as most, if not all, new releases have been targeting 90 FPS native, but if there is any future game that will stick to 60 FPS reprojected on the PS5, let's say a game like the upcoming Metro Awakening, with some tweaking, the extra horsepower on the Pro should ensure that you will be playing at 90Hz native minimum no matter what. And who knows, the Pro might actually unlock PSVR2's true potential and achieve 120Hz across the board. So PS5 Pro users in the future should look forward to both a resolution advantage and a performance advantage as well. Okay, so far we talked about PSSR and the upgraded GPU, and what these two combined can actually do for PSVR2 games. But we didn't talk about one of the pillars of the PS5 Pro hardware, the advanced ray tracing. Well, I'm gonna keep this one short. I don't think it's happening. Ray tracing is already very expensive for flat games, so for VR games, I'm not an expert here, but I think it's a very long shot. I'm not saying it's never happening, I'm just saying don't expect it. So to sum up, at launch I don't think the PS5 Pro is going to offer enough for us PSVR2 gamers to justify its price point, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe Polyphony Digital will drop that 90Hz native patch day 1 on the PS5 Pro, and that will be enough of a reason to make so many people go out there and buy one. But we don't know that yet. What we do know, however, is that down the line, the Pro will definitely be a huge upgrade for PSVR2, even if developers don't choose to support it, which I think they will. So should you pre-order the PS5 Pro this month? I really don't think that's a good idea, because there is still so much that we don't know about. But should you consider buying it after launch, after seeing what it's capable of in real time, then sure, Like I said, regardless of how we feel about it, this mid-gen console has the potential to be a real game changer for PSVR2, and at the end of the day that's all we care about, right? So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think and whether or not you will be pre-ordering the PS5 Pro. That's all from me today, thank you guys for watching. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, take care.